What's good, y'all? Hey, man, shout out to the boxing world. I want to talk about someone who decided to make some headlines recently and probably overstepped the line, like really crossed the boundary. You know, I get it on the internet. They say the internet is undefeated and people are liable to say anything on the internet. But Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, man. Why'd you do it? Why did you do and say what you said, sir, on the internet? When Terence Crawford responded to you complaining about not being invited to the little gala thingy. Why? I get it when you're going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You a man, he a man. Y'all got both a right to say what y'all got to say and defend yourself. But there's certain lines that should not be stepped over at all at any given time. And this guy, Tank, proceeded to talk about his wife and her weight and all this and the many kids that he has. I mean, hey, bro, you forgot to realize that she having all his kids, dog, and she from the South. I mean, what you expect, bro? You should respect the fact that that man is loyal to her and sticking by her and all his kids. Are you taking care of all your kids, sir? I mean, last I checked, you have a lot of women problems, sir. Tank don't have women problems. He got his one woman who's helping take care of home when he's training, and when he is home, he's taking care of the kids. She just make sure she take care of the house and do whatever she need to do to help be his rock. That's what marriage is supposed to do. But unlike your ass, no. So I'm wondering, like, why did Tank delete? If it was a tweet or whatever, I don't know if it was on Instagram, Facebook, X, I don't know. But I heard he deleted it. That's a little strange. Like, you didn't even stand on business. You just said some shit out of your emotions. You got mad and you just got your feelings hurt. And you was like, look at his wife, man. She weigh like 300 pounds. You got all those kids. Yes, she need to be worried about. Man. And it was at that very moment he knew he fucked up. Man. Sometimes you got to think twice before you say certain things. Sometimes you got to have some little restraint and just be like, process for a minute. Just say to yourself, okay, I might be fiery. I might snap like a firecracker. But was it wise to say what you said, sir? Terence Crawford's going to see you eventually, sir. Like, I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're a punk and that you can't fight. We know you can fight, but Terence Crawford can fight too now. And he's a little bigger. He's a lot bigger than you and a lot stronger than you, sir. So all that boxing shit don't really fly in street fighting. You know that. You remember that now. Just remember that shit because when Terence Crawford see you in person, if you don't apologize, if you don't make a public apology on the internet before he sees you at a boxing venue, dog, you know what's going to happen. He going to make you apologize to her. If you don't, hey, it is what it is, man, But, certain things you should not do as men and as human beings, men and women, too, because women got mouths on them. Sometimes they need to be taking accountability for their old trifling behavior. But men, sometimes men can just talk too much and bark too much. Just row, 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 and bite off the wrong tree. Ooh. I don't know why guys like Tank and Ryan Garcia, lightweights, go after guys like Bud Crawford or whoever else. They call Errol Spence, other fighters. Like, why are you calling out guys that you know will beat your ass? You know you're going to have a problem with. Like, you know you're going to have some concerns with. If you ever cross paths, and if it ever was really some smoke, like, be real, dog. Tank, stop talking so much on the internet. You an emotional ass nigga, dog. Let's be real. You too emotional, bro. Know when to turn your emotions on and know when to turn them off. Simple, bro. Know when to fight and know when to run. Cause shit, dog. I'm concerned now. I'm not saying you ain't got backup and your goons and your niggas from Baltimore or wherever. Yeah, but be careful. Be careful, because there's also a thing called karma. The universe works in an interesting way, and that's out of Terence Crawford's control. Because you said something that's like, I'm sorry, man. It's like some shit like, what did he say? They gotta ask you again. What did he say? I'm just saying, dog. Like, be careful, because people will be wanting to ask you some questions, and you don't know how many people rock with Bud and are connected to Bud. So just be careful with that. Next time, don't say anything like that, please. Because it don't have to go that far. It don't have to go that far. You could just talk shit out and have a little friendly, competitive back and forth as boxing. So, I mean, I'm just saying, that right there was not it, sir. It was not it. That was a lesson to everybody. Be careful. Because I remember once upon a time when I was in high school, years back, my freshman year, and I love to tell this story because that was the first, that was like my introduction to manhood and certain things, boundaries, and words you should not use as a man, as a young man, or else there could be consequences. And my situation was similar but slightly different. But to try to be real quick, my freshman year, and it's raining this day. We had PE, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my little athletic class, but I had my PE class and my PE teacher, and it was raining that day. So instead of us doing outside activities, we was inside the gym, the basketball gym, and we was playing dodgeball. When you kick the ball, you could throw it at somebody to get them out. Yeah, so I guess you could say I'm on the defensive side. And old girl kicked the ball. I grab it. She tried to run towards the little base section, and I throw it at her, but I accidentally threw it too high, and I hit her head. She fell over. Boom. So everybody laughing and shit, and I got her out, but I hit her. This should have been a foul. I hit her in the head, and then her homegirl jumped in my face like, "You bitch ass nigga!" This was getting on me, like trying to just all in my face. I'm like, "Hey, chill out, back up. Like, my bad. It was an accident." And she wasn't even hearing it. Like, she was in a rage, mad that I hit her homegirl. And then her homegirl got in my face, so they both in my face. The one I hit in the head and her friend. So. At the while, I'm like, "Hey, man, back up out my face. Like, chill out. All right." They was not toning it down. It was all smoke. So I messed around and said, "Man, shut up, bitch." It was at this very moment. He knew. He fucked up. So as soon as I said that, she like, "Bitch, bitch." And she had a brother. A brother who I was familiar with, too, which made it worse because the nigga was known as Psych. You know what I'm saying? Short for Psycho. So, she said, my big brother's Psych. I'm going to tell that nigga exactly what you said. So it was like the Wood situation. Like, you grab the booty, and now you got to get your ass whooped for that. But basically, she told her brother. So by lunchtime, right after that period, it was like, he said, usually time drags during the time. Not today. He said, this time was on crack today. Ooh, that shit spread up to lunchtime so quick. And I just remember out of nowhere, Psych come out of nowhere like, "Hey, man, you call my sister a bitch?" I said, nah. She was like, "Yeah, you did, your bitch ass nigga. Now we trying to double back down, nigga. You know exactly what you said." Man, and luckily, The nigga psych had just knocked out a nigga the week before he was on suspension. He just came back that day from suspension for knocking out a linebacker on the team. You know what I'm saying? On the football team, the varsity. I said, oh, okay. I'm not having no problems with this nigga. I'm just a freshman. Shit. So luckily he just came back from suspension. You know, he didn't put his hands on me. But he took these two these two fingers right here, dog. He said, nigga, he put this shit on my chest, nigga. He's putting his finger on my chest. He said, you ever call my sister a bitch again, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. I was like, all right. Humble. So, Tank, you better be humble, bro. Because regardless of the fact that, you know, even if you feel like the fire was started first from Terence Crawford or whatever, because he said, y'all, nigga, you mad because you didn't get invited? You just wanted to just say what you had to say, right? He didn't have to say the comment, but he did comment, you know? But nigga, it's just certain things you just, even if you feel like you're not in the wrong originally, certain things you don't say. You just don't say that type of stuff because you just never know what words can trigger out of people. And me calling her, even though she was in the wrong, she got in my face. It was a real accident. I didn't mean to hit the girl in the head, but it happened. And they just brought fire because it was embarrassing. The everybody was laughing at her. I wasn't laughing at her. I was just like, oh shit, you know. And then, but the laughs came. Her homegirl came, and then she came. I'm like, hey. But in the moment, they took me out my element. And I called her a bitch, and because I called her a bitch, I got basically Debo without getting the hands put on me. Niggas like the nigga had to check me in front of a lot of people that I knew and that I didn't know. To where they was like, oh shit. I guess this nigga don't want to fight him. Well, I didn't want to fight him because I was a freshman. Fuda put his hands on me and he didn't really get off on me, and I wasn't ready for it. If I was ready for it, then, you know, we definitely would have been fighting, but I didn't have the energy like I was ready to fight. Just